Hi, it's Chris Folland here, coming to you from a very bright, sunny and warm New Zealand as we are here on a little bit of a lockdown, as most of the world is. And the topic of today's, let's get straight into it, the topic of today's video is permission slips. I don't know if you had this when you were at school, but if we needed to be out of the class so we could walk down the corridor and go somewhere, the teacher would give us a permission slip saying basically I was allowed to be out walking around doing an errand for the teacher in most cases. And it feels a little bit like that for us here. We're locked down. We're only allowed to go to the supermarket or go get gas, go to the pharmacy if somebody needed pharmaceuticals. Then that's the only thing you're allowed to do. That's your only permission slip. Whereas most of us, because we're in lockdown, that's the only thing that we get to do. We've got permission to go do that. So I was also thinking about that education process that I had, which was go to school, get a good education, go get a good job. I was thinking, you know what, this lockdown that we had is very similar to the changing moment I had in my life, which was not a lockdown 20 years ago, it was a knockdown. We got knocked over on a pedestrian crossing by a car that came through a red light, and it just cleaned us out so that we couldn't work for 6 months. So hopefully this lockdown doesn't go as long as our knockdown did, because 20 years ago we had to sell our business. We had no income coming in from support from the government. We were on our own. We got next to nothing for the business. We didn't have savings. We didn't have reoccurring income. And so things are really tight for us. And the good thing that came out of the knockdown was it gave us a bolt gave us a permission slip to reinvent ourselves, and that's what we did. And so that permission slip from our knockdown, when we get to the lockdown that we have now, we have set up a reoccurring income so that the money is coming in outside of us needing to go out and work for it. And so what do you need to do now? So it depends on where you are at. First things first, health is the most important thing. Go out and make sure that you're building your immune system. So there's plenty of research out there that you can do to find out things that you can support yourself from. Basically clean your hands a lot and don't touch your face is essentially the way the science is locked for boosting our immune system. Keeping ourselves away from viruses and germs is washing our hands and keeping our hands away from touching our face, because that's the main way it can enter our body. Okay, so once you've done that, what can you do to boost your immune system? Eat as much fruit and vegetables as you can right now, and exercise. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. So very simple things that most of us know what to do. 6 out of 10 people are taking some form of nutritional right now, a nutritional supplement. So that's a really smart thing to do, because things like vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, boost the immune system. There's other things out there like grapeseed extract and vitamin C, also known to support the immune system. Beta-glucans, if you can get your hands on those. If not, just message us and we'll let you know how to access those. Beta-glucans, grapeseed extract, vitamin C, zinc, all really good things to boost the immune system. But what about your financial health? Well, most important thing is look after first things first. Make sure that you are cutting costs. So in the last GFC, the first piece of advice I was given was get small. Get small, meaning reduce your costs. And so that applies right now. If you can quarter your costs right now, it's a very smart thing to do. Really look at the money that's going out, what you're spending, and make sure that you can do what it takes to reduce that. Now, if that includes a mortgage holiday, try and not take a mortgage holiday right now, because the bank will tack that on the end, which is no problem, charge you interest on that as well, but they'll charge you the interest in between. So if you take a 6-month mortgage holiday, it might save you immediately $14,000, but for the average house, it's about $500,000 mortgage at 4%, it's probably going to save you in the range of about $14,000. But the interest that you'll be charged in that time in between that you're not paying your payments is still racking up debt for you, to the tune of paying back that $14,000 plus another $11,000 on top. So if you just look at how much money it actually costs you by taking a mortgage holiday, and if you were to go off to a lender and borrow that money, that's like 75% interest that you'll be paying on that money. Crazy amount. So do whatever you can not to take a mortgage holiday, even converting it to interest only if you can, checking out savings, whatever you can do to not go on a mortgage holiday. But if you have to, then obviously there, reducing your costs is important. But then this is where permission slip comes in. Look for ways to reinvent yourself while you're at home. There are opportunities out there that exist for people. That's happened for people who've been doing this for years and years, decades. We've been doing it for 20 years, where you can work from home and build an income online. So there's plenty of opportunities out there to do it. Just look at reinventing yourself so that you can replace the income if you lost it. Even double your income would be an ideal situation. Double your income and quarter your costs, then you're really insulated. You've built your financial immune system for what is probably going to play out as a major economic impact way longer than a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month lockdown. And so this can actually secure your life moving forward, having income for life, no matter what happens in the future. Just like our knockdown, way before the last GFC happened, we were immunized. When that came along, we had an income coming in, and that income's continued until this global crisis as well, and we wish the same for you. So in short, give yourself permission to reinvent yourself, reduce your costs, increase your income, and really look at the most important thing, which is your health. Making sure that you're washing your hands, not touching your face, and doing the best that you can to build and support your immune system. Any questions on that, feel free to message us. This is Chris Folland, signing off from a rather beautiful and turning out to be particularly warm day here in Auckland, New Zealand, and trusting that you are keeping safe and keeping well wherever you are. Ciao for now.